Hey there, welcome back to our kitchen. I'm Jenny, this is Lauren, and we're two of Festival's Mealtime Mentors. Today we're bringing the world to your table with a classic Indian dish.
That's right, Jenny. Today we are making butter chicken in the Instant Pot, which we're super excited about. The Instant Pot is a new kind of kitchen gadget that we've been using, and this recipe works perfectly in the Instant Pot.
Yes, it works as a multi-cooker, so that's what we're going to use it for today. We currently have some butter, onions, garlic, and ginger going in here on the saute setting. And you just want to cook that for a few minutes until the onions are soft, and it looks like they are getting there. So the next step is to add in all of our delicious spices. So
yes.
These spices are really kind of like signature Indian flavors. We have some turmeric, smoked paprika, coriander, garam masala. All right, and what was the last one?
Cumin.
Cumin, yeah, thank you.
So many spices, and it smells so amazing. And something else we wanted to point out is that some of these spices are a little more unique. Not cumin, but garam masala, coriander. Those might be spices that you either don't have at home or you don't use very often. So a great place in our store where you can find these spices and buy the exact amount you need is the bulk spice section in our natural and organic department. So it's really great because you could buy exactly what this recipe calls, and it's really inexpensive because you're buying such a small amount.
Exactly.
And then they're really fresh too, and I like being able to smell them, which is really helpful.
Right, all right, and next I'm gonna put in our tomato puree.
So tomato puree is very similar to like a tomato sauce. It's a similar consistency. The biggest difference is that it doesn't have anything added, so it's just pureed tomatoes. So no added salt, sugar, spices, cheese, things like that.
And then just a little bit of tomato paste for that really concentrated tomato flavor. And we're just gonna let that cook until everything is fragrant. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good.
So as we mentioned earlier, we're using the Instant Pot, and what's great is that it's a 6-in-1 or a 7-in-1 cooker, I guess you could say, or kitchen gadget, which is really nice because it saves on some dishes. But if you don't have an Instant Pot, you could definitely make this in your slow cooker.
Yeah.
This step you would just do actually on the stove top with a pan, which is very easy. So this recipe really easily transfers to using a slow cooker.
Yeah, all right, that looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in our chicken. We're just using boneless, skinless chicken breasts today. It's just cut up into cubes. Perfect. Give that to you, thank you. And then a little bit of low sodium chicken stock. And give that all a good stir. And what we're looking for here with the Instant Pot is that we wanna make sure all of the chicken is covered by liquid. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pat it down. And now we're going to go ahead and seal it up.
So this is the point where you would transfer this to your slow cooker.
Thanks.
And you would cook it on low for 5 to 6 hours?
Like 5 to 6 or 7 hours, yeah. All right, so with the Instant Pot, we're going to cook it on manual pressure, at high pressure for 10 minutes. So I'll go ahead and set that. All right, and I always want to make sure that it's on sealing and not venting, or else it won't build up that pressure. And we're going to let this cook for 10 minutes and then let it naturally release pressure for 10 minutes. So go ahead and get that cooking. All right, so we have our butter chicken. It's been cooked for 10 minutes, and we let the pressure release naturally for 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and just make sure all the pressure is released. And as always, I'm going to use a utensil to move the vent so I keep my hands and face away from the steam that might be left in there. All right, and then when I open it, I always want to open the lid away from my face as well.
Let that steam come out of there. If you were using the slow cooker at this point, you would just add the next ingredient right to your slow cooker so you wouldn't transfer it back to the pan or anything like that.
This looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the Instant Pot to saute setting. And that will heat up the bottom of the pot. I'm going to go ahead and add in milk. We're just using a low-fat milk.
And if you needed to make this dairy-free, you could use coconut oil in place of the butter. And then here you would use coconut milk in place of just plain non-fat or low-fat milk.
Yeah. And we want this to cook for about 5 minutes to let it thicken. So I'll give this a good stir to make sure the milk is mixed in, and then let it go for a little bit.
Smells so good.
It does. Okay, this looks great. It's been cooking for about 5 more minutes, and it's thickened up a bit, so
we're ready to serve it, right?
Yeah.
So a great way to serve this is you can serve it on brown rice. But the way we're serving it actually today is just in bowls, and then we're going to serve it with naan. So naan is a traditional Indian-style bread. It's absolutely delicious, and you can find it in our deli department at Festival. And we picked up the whole grain variety, but there's like a garlic one, there's original, so a couple of different flavors, but I absolutely love naan. We've done pizzas with it, or you can use it to serve in dishes like this.
So good.
We're also going to just garnish with a little bit of fresh parsley for some color. And then we're going to bring over our bread here. It comes with two, these are pretty big like slices, but we're just going to break some of it here. It's so delicious.
Yum.
Just dip it right in. I love how its flavors come together.
This is probably one of my favorite Indian dishes.
And when you serve it with naan, you can't go wrong.
Exactly. Well, we hope you give this delicious butter chicken recipe a try.
And for more recipes and resources from your mealtime mentors, visit festfoods.com.